Hi there. So in this quick and easy video, you're going to learn how to permanently delete profiles out of your Klaviyo account that won't be added to your profile count. So the example I got up in front of me is a fast fashion brand that we've recently been working with. In the beginning, they uploaded around 30,000 emails, not knowing if they what kind of email they were basically. Are they engaged profiles? Are they customers that are bought in the last 6 months? Are they customers since 2022? Basically you lot. So they banged them into their Klaviyo account, and then obviously this happens when you choose a plan in Klaviyo. You can see that these are all the plans. So you have a starting plan, which is around about, that says 150 quid for $150 or whatever you want to call it. That is that you can have up to 10,000 active profiles and 100,000 email sends. This current client is on a 1,000 reviews on a month-to-month basis. So what we've been doing since they came on board, so as you can see, payment history here, it started off with 550. Then I had a bit of a clean out, and then we've been adding, taking away, adding, taking away, adding, taking away profiles. So now you can see this is on the bottom minimum. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how you permanently delete profiles from your profile account. So if we go into the next screen, which is your profiles, as you can see on the top, you've got profile count. So this is the total profiles against the active profiles. These are being suppressed. So obviously these could be like, sort of heart bounces or unsubscribers, blah, blah, blah. Now, what I've been doing, we want to talk about strategy with this client right now, but we're going to talk about what I have done. So over the few months, I've been really looking at and segmenting their audiences and boiling them down. Now, I know from past experience with this brand that their customers, when they sign up for email, they normally buy within about 4 weeks. If they haven't bought within 4 weeks, you can see that the engagement starts to drop off, and the less they're opening up on a profile, you just think, what's the point? Where the point of the in? Because every profile that's in your profile count is chargeable. So Klaviyo will suppress files, but I think with performance marketing, you need to know your engaged lot, you need to know your buyers, you need to know your champions, you need to know everything, the ones who leave reviews, so that it can kind of like have a good blend of lists that you can use within your email marketing campaigns. So on this occasion, we're talking about profiles. Now, I like to keep them down. I don't like them to see them in suppressed files, because seeing them in suppressed files is irrelevant. So what we're going to do, I've made a test list that we're going to delete permanently. So right now you can see 534 against 390. So we're going to go into the lists. Here's the lists. Now this is the test segment to delete. Now if you click on that, you can see that there's eight emails here that we don't need. So I want to permanently delete these. Now if I was to say there was 300, 400, 500, 1,000 in this list, what I would suggest you do to start with is to manage that list is to export it. So come over to the right hand side of the screen, click input contacts, then, there we go, cancel that. You go in there and then you export. Okay, so you got your export, start the export. You can choose what data you wish to add. I've only asked for the email address. So now that's been gone to my file is up here, so that if there was a mistake, I've still got them and I can upload them back in. So let's go back to that list. Click on that list. So this is the list that we want to get rid of. Okay, so what you need to do is go down into your left hand corner, click on settings. Now here's all your email settings. Now what you want to go is over to other, scroll down to profile maintenance, and this is completely deleting from the account. So what you want to do is click on that, find the list. Okay, so we want to find the test list, which is down here. Click on that. Now it will say delete. Now it tells you the number of profiles that you're going to be deleting. Make sure it's the right one. It gives you this call to action here. Would you like to avoid data loss? But we haven't, because we've uploaded them into our file. So no, we just want to get rid. So we click on number 8 and then delete. Now, so Klaviyo is now deleting everyone in this segment to not go against our profile count. Now, sometimes Klaviyo can be a little bit glitchy here. You sit here for sometimes 10-15 minutes, you think, well, that bar hasn't moved. It's just a little bit of a glitch on some accounts. So what I would suggest you do is do a hard refresh, and then you'll get this. Now, also what will happen, when you go back into list and segments, they'll probably still be there. Oh, they've gone, which is great. So if you click on it and they've gone, that's brilliant. But if you do get a screen and it says in the list count, it'll say 8 here, all you need to do is wait, refresh a bit, and they will eventually leave. So as you can see, this list or segment is now completely gone. Go into profile counts, and basically they won't be in any of these. So that's one way of permanently deleting profiles from your Klaviyo account. And over time, obviously my strategy here is to keep these total profiles to people that are actually relevant, who bring in revenue or engaged very often, and build this out exactly the same with more data. I'd like to keep it under the 10,000 right now, so that the client won't get an upgrade on their subscription charges. And the only time we will pay more money for data is when that data is very relevant, because you don't want to be paying Klaviyo for emails, profiles sitting there doing nothing, because the more you add, the more it goes up, the more they charge. So they're not going to be friendly and go, hey client, by the way, you've got 20,000 profiles in your account, but only 10,000 of them are active, but you're being charged for the rest. Do you want to get rid? They're not going to say that. They're in the business of making money just like you are. So just do this clean out, set up your strategy so it focuses on that, and store somewhere else. Store your data somewhere else. CSV files, store it in Shopify account. You still can store it anywhere, but just don't put it in your profiles in Klaviyo until you know exactly that list is like your champion people, and that they're buying regularly, they're engaging regularly. That's what you want in your emails. And another thing will happen, when you're sending campaigns, your click-through rate will be pretty high. So if I just show you the home page, and you can see what's going on in terms of campaigns. If we go in campaigns, what we'll see here, you will see this, as you can see up here. So the campaign performance, you can see it's an excellent open rate, and an excellent click-through rate. Ordered is excellent. So by doing that makes your email profiles, when it's got sent to the customer, then what you're doing is showing that list that you're targeting is highly engaged, loves your content, is buying through you, is opening, is clicking, is doing everything email should do, And then what happens, the network providers are looking at your emails and going, wow, obviously this is coming from this sender address. Everyone's like opening, so it's great content. So obviously your banding or your performance report is going to get better, and that's what we like with email marketing. So I hope that will be interesting and easy for you to follow. Put some comments below if you need more help, and look forward to my next one.